Tony D and little Joan, probably in the background. Don't know if you can see her. There she is. There she is. She's eating a little bone. This is a screenwriter's rant about Tankhouse, an actual comedy movie from Vertical Entertainment. Good for Vertical, doing some damn comedies. God, we need comedies. We need comedies. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Please check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 8. Check it out at Amazon. Now, the premise is the couple on the left are two very pretentious actors, and they're in like a theater company, and the couple on the right are the parents of the woman, and they've sort of been fronting them money for years so they could continue to do their various art projects at a local theater run by Christopher Lloyd. Good to see him. I think that's Christopher Lloyd. Yeah, that's him, right? Anyhow, things go wrong when one of the patrons, an older woman, dies because I guess they pushed her too far, brought her into the theater and gave her something to do, and she has a heart attack and dies, and that messes everything up. So they're kicked out of the theater. They're forced to go to the parents to ask them for more money to maybe start a theater. They tell them no, so they end up going to Fargo because there's some sort of contest for a theater, and if they can win it, they could run the theaters in Fargo, right? So, but it's out in the Midwest, and this guy, oh gosh, I forget this actor's name. He's in a lot of stuff. He's good. He's a shoo-in for the role because he's been there for years, and they're doing like the standard stuff you'd see out in the Midwest, you know, maybe Midwest dinner theater. These two are like super pretentious, so they're trying to find people to recruit for their acting troupe. So they go to this restaurant, and they start doing a scene, and they fake a slap, and it looks a little too real, so this guy gets up and fights him, and but people see it, and these kids decide they want to be actors, and so they join their art collective, and they do all sorts of crazy things, and of course it's just crazy and over the top, all the various stuff they're teaching him. So he's teaching this guy stage fighting. He said, you know, you don't have to punch me, and he just like punches him right in the face. So it's fun. They're having a good time with this. You know, these two pretentious actor characters are funny, but they're not so over the top that they're completely unrealistic. And the same thing with the locals. They are like normal people, but they're not like hayseeds. And you can see they're just doing every crazy actor thing. And he's the bad guy in the movie, so he's going to try to sabotage it. And but you know, in the end, they're probably going to win. This was a funny line too. It made me laugh about something about not having a script. It may speak to me because I've been in acting groups, and you know, so I kind of know how it is. Here it is in the contest. So I think the whole movie's here. It's called Tankhouse, which I think is the name of their acting troupe. So first act, they're, you know, pretentious actors, and they're always broke, and they end up killing their patron. Christopher Lloyd gets mad and basically kicks them out of the local theater scene. So they're forced to go to the parents, who tell them no. So then they're forced to go to Fargo. Second act, they're going to win the contest. They're having trouble trying to recruit people. They eventually recruit the local high school and college kids. They're terrible at first, but over the second act they get better. They teach them. This guy becomes their friend because I think his wife or his girlfriend wants to be into acting. So they do all these crazy things. He's trying to sabotage them. He realizes they're going to win the contest because they're actual actors, and he's just doing the same old dinner theater. And in the end, despite the sabotage and all the setbacks, I think they win, and they name their troupe the Tankhouse because my guess is they rehearse in a big facility where they store tanks or something. It's usually how places like that get their name. I like it. I think it'll be a fun movie. You know, the stakes aren't super high, but they're high enough for a comedy. Reminds me a little bit of Waiting for Guffman, you know, without the very famous cast of comedians. But you don't have to be famous to be funny. You just got to be funny. That's the great thing about comedy. Just be funny. Nothing else matters. If everybody in this movie is funny, then who cares if they're famous or not? Then they will be famous if they're funny. You know, it's not super over the top, so it's realistic enough that it's not going to be like Hamlet 2, which is another movie in that vein, which I highly recommend. But I think it'll be very, very watchable. I would see this movie. It speaks to me. This is going to play in select theaters, and it opens, I believe, yeah, May 13th. Select theaters and on demand. Look for it. It's called Tankhouse. And that's it for me, Tony D, Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more bass takes. I'm down at the Showboat Casino in Atlantic City for the New Jersey HorrorCon Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I hope to see you there.